Hello everyone. Today in this video we will learn what is doubly linked list and three different ways of inserting a value in a doubly linked list. So doubly linked list is also a linear data structure. It has also a collection it is a collection of nodes linked together in a sequential way. Doubly linked list is almost similar to singly linked list except it contains two address fields instead of one that is in a singly linked list. Here one of the address field contains the address of the next node and other contains the address of the previous node. The first and the last node of a linked list contains a terminator with a null value, which determines the starting and the ending of the list. Doubly linked list is also sometimes referred as a bidirectional linked list, as it allows the traversal of nodes in both the direction. Since double linked list allows the traversal of node in both the direction, we can keep track of both the first and the last nodes. So this is how the structure is. Previous and next would store the address and data part would store the actual data in a node, and header would always point to a first node in the list. Advantages of a doubly linked list over a singly: it can be traversed in both the forward and backward direction. So a delete operation is more efficient if pointer to the node to be deleted is given. It has also some disadvantages over the singly, which is an overhead for an extra space. Every node would require an extra space for the previous pointer, which increases the space complexity of a node. It also all the operations require an extra pointer previous to be maintained along with the next. So that would be increase in the time as well. But depending upon the requirement of an application of an appropriate linked list can be used. Let us now see the operations on a doubly linked list. There are three different operations, three variations in insertion and three variations in the deletion, similar to a singly linked list. Here also we are going to insert at the beginning of the list, at the end of the list, and at the specific position. Similarly, deletion would be done at beginning, end, and at a specified position. And traversal is nothing but traversing along the list, printing its value. The node structure in a doubly linked list will slightly vary from the one that we have studied in a singly one. That is, a structure node will have a data part like singly. It will have an address part which will point to a next. There we were using link or a next. Here we are going to use it as next pointer. And this is an additional pointer that gets added to a doubly linked list, which is a previous. Previous would point to a previous node in a list. Header would be initialized to null as usual. Now let us go for insertion at the beginning. Initially header would have a null value because we don't have any nodes in the list. When we make call to an insert begin function, it will allocate a memory the way we used to do it in a singly linked list. Here also memory allocation remains same. Using a malloc function, we will be specifying the number of blocks we need to allocate by using a size of and giving a struct node. That memory is required to be casted into a struct type and that gets stored in n. So from here onwards, n would refer to a newly created node. Once a memory has been allocated, next step would be moving a data inside that which we are come up with. Value is the value which is required to move in the data part, and followed by which we will store a null value in a previous and a next pointer. Otherwise it may hold an garbage value. Once we are done with this, we will be checking for if header is null. If this is our first insertion, this condition goes true. If header is null, we will have to update the header as well. So that's what we are doing. We are writing header equal to n. So giving an address of a newly created node in the header so as to write AB4423, and followed by which we will be returning a control back. Now let us go for one more insert at the beginning when you already have an existing list and a node inside a list. Now here as usual the memory gets allocated by using the same block of statements. followed by which this if condition would go wrong because my header is not null, header is already pointing to a valid address. Once this if condition goes wrong, else part gets executed, wherein the first statement is making p to point to a header. Does mean p will point to a node having a value 10. Once p points to that node, we can update next part of n, that is next part of n, this part with a header value. We can fetch the value so as to make a pointer like this, followed by which we are writing previous part of p to be equal to n. P is pointing to a node with a data value 10 and this is required to be updated. We get the address of its previous node from a newly created node n. So that's what we are going to do. We are going to update this, followed by which we will make a header to point to a newly created node. So header's address would be updated to point to a newly created node. So this is how we insert node at the beginning. Let us go for insertion at an end. We are inserting a node at an end. So here also, as usual, we will be allocating a memory for a newly created node. Once a newly created node is allocated a memory using a malloc statement, next step would be finding the last node. Now in order to find the last node, we will make use of this while loop unless and until next part of p. P is going to be our iterator which will iterate from the first node, will continue till the next part of p we get it as a null. So this keeps on iterating by shifting itself to point to a next of p. So here p is pointing to a header, its next part is pointing to a valid address, it's not null. So inside we will go inside a while loop, p equal to next of p. So p next of p holds an address of the next node AB4423. This is where your p would jump. Once p jumps over here, again while loop continues, checking for next part of p to be equal to null, and in this case our next part, that is next of 10, is null. So we are not going inside the while loop. We will stop at this position and the next step would be updating the pointers. Now we have to update this next part of p with a newly created node because this is going to be a last node in our list. So these two updations are required to be done. One is at the p and other would be at the n. So first we are updating next of p with a value n. So null would be replaced so as to create this pointer, and when we execute this statement, previous part of n will get an address from p. Does mean this value null will be replaced with an address of p so as to create the reverse pointer. This is how our node gets inserted at an end of the list. So this is a function, C function, for inserting a value at an end. As usual, we are allocating a memory over here. It may be possible that we have called this function for the first time after starting a list. So in that case, we have to every time check for a header to be equal to null. If header is null, we will directly attach a newly created node over there and we will return control back to a calling function. But if not, we will follow the procedure that we have seen with an example, that is moving a p to point to a header, continuing with this while loop and updating these two pointers. Let us now have a look at this is how we make a node ready and our first insertion. Let us now have a look at insertion of a value after a specific node. This is our existing list. I want to insert a node 15 after a node number 10. So a newly created node would be attached after 10 and before 30. So for that also we have to go for searching a required node, that is a node having a value 10, for which we will be taking this while loop. Here we are going to continue till we reach to an last, we will reach, our pointer reaches out of the list, that is we check all the nodes in the list. That's why it is written while p not equal to null. Now unless and until p is not null and p data part is not matching, we are just going to continue to move this p to a next node. shifting P. Does it match my data part? Yes, it matches my data part. So if condition goes true, data part of P is equal to after. After holds the value 10. It matches my current condition and a condition becomes true. So this node has already been created using a malloc statement. Null values are assigned, data value is moved. Now what we have to do is we'll have to insert this 15 node after 10 and before 30. So we are taking Q to point to next of P because this is required to be updated. That is, a previous of Q is required to be updated along with the next of P. So Q is made to point to next of P by this statement. Once we are done moving a Q, next step would be moving this value which was stored in the next part of P in a newly created node. So that's what we are doing. Next part of P will get an address which is the address of a Q. We are writing next part of N to be equal to Q. Once we are done with this, we created this link. So next step would be updating a previous part of a newly created node. So that's what we are doing. Previous part of a newly created node will get an address of P, which is an address that was stored over here. So AB4423 is an address where P is pointing. Now once we are done creating this, we will have to update the next part of P and previous of Q. So that's what we are doing. Next part of P would be updated with the address of a newly created node. Similarly, previous of Q is required to be updated with the newly created node. So this statement updates a newly created node. This is how we insert a node between two nodes. This is a C procedure for inserting a specific node, inserting after a specific node, uh, allocating a memory as usual, checking for a first insertion. So this part remains same. This part shows the code which is shown with an example. Unless and until P is not null, we keep on checking if it matches, the data part of P matches our required node or not. If it matches, we will go for inserting a value. If not, we are just going to increment P pointer to point to a next node. This particular thing is written in order, say if your node that you found is a last node, after which there is no node. So in that case, if you try to get a value previous of Q, it is going to result into an runtime error or an exception. So in order to prevent that, we are checking if Q is null. In that case, we would not execute this statement. We will not update previous of Q with a N. So this is how we insert a node after a specific node. Thank you everyone for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel.